How many casualties did you have during the war? In your company?
It turns out there were probably 10 people at first. Because we were on the defensive for almost a year, there was nothing at all. The position on the edge, so we were on the defensive for almost a year, I think. There were no actions, then they removed our company and sent us to a direction closer to Robotina. And there were few dead, more wounded. A lot of wounded.
How much is a lot?
About 20 people, literally in a week probably, were wounded. Minor wounds. I don't even know what's happening now.
Where were you captured, under what circumstances?
In this direction where our company was removed.
Is it Robotina?
Yes, near Robotina. We were handed over promptly to another battalion company. The line was marked where we needed to take it. We took the line, the company took the line. I was a little behind, about 400 meters from the position, like an observation post communication. Because it was possible to maintain contact there, at least with the regiment. And groups from one company and the remnants of another company were sitting on this line. Then the activity began. A lot of artillery worked well, your kamikazes flew well. And there were a lot of wounded. They started to beat us back, to push us back. We had a position there, a very long trench, deep, 2 meters deep. We were sitting in the trenches, and they started to beat us back. And it turns out that there was a trench, there was a landing here. I was sitting in this landing about 400 meters from the crossroads. It turns out that all of ours retreated. Your soldiers occupied the crossroads and went a little further. And I had a neighbor from another regiment. He was from the 71st Regiment, my neighbor on the right. And there were also others sitting behind. In the end, they say that the neighbor was sitting, everything was fine. It turned out that the neighbor was no longer there. And it turned out that there was no neighbor behind either. There was a shutout there. I started trying to find out what was going on. Then we somehow found out that it turned out our people were no longer there. Your guys are already digging in, even behind me. That is, I'm already considered surrounded. That is, in front of me, behind me, and accordingly to the right, there is no one of mine either. So, no supplies, nothing. It turns out the people weren't from my company. There were companies of those we came to reinforce. They used to have an observation post there. I was in contact with them, on my own to communicate and with the regiment.
How many of you were there?
So, from my company, then...
Total at the observation post.
At the observation post, there were 11 people there, including me, it turned out. The purpose of this observation post there was that ammunition and provision were delivered there. Plus, the wounded, if there were any, the ones that were dragged in, they took them away, evacuated them. I was in touch there. Well, in the end, everything became sad. It turns out there was no supply, nothing could be done. And there was a wounded man there too, the average one was already there. At first it seemed normal, then it turned out that it wasn't normal. The average one was already there. I thought, well, there's no way to evacuate. There is nothing. I contacted the team, well, the commander to whom we were operationally subordinate. People were also going to, sit there. They understood that they were going to sit, and they tried to leave. Well, in the end, according to the information, there is a section, a crossroad, a gray area. I tried to go forward and slightly to the left, cut the crossroad and jump into the trench. Only the only thing, it's easy to leave. Well, it didn't work out. I jumped into the trench thinking I had gotten through pretty well. The group tried to get out, but they lay there, not moving. I don't know who moved, who didn't move, then I just didn't know what to do next.
Were you the only one who escaped from them?
It turned out I moved away, went further. Well, because a shootout started there, the artillery started working. It's not even clear whose, ours in our opinion, or yours in your opinion. Look, there was heavy fire coming from the trench. The machine gun was working, that's for sure. And the Furies started flying. It was already dark. Well, the Furies are big drones.
I know what it is.
Well, maybe they call it something else.
No,
No?
that's what our warriors call them. Fury, the big drone, which has not 4 fans, but more. It carries not one drop there at once, but several.
It turns out I got through. I don't know about the others. I jumped into the trench. I thought I had run a decent distance. Well, no. I jumped straight to your soldiers.
And who was there? What department?
Department? I don't know. I didn't ask.
Didn't you ask?
Most likely infantry, most likely.
Well, infantry is infantry. You were in theory the only officer at the observation post.
Yes. But the company had its own senior officer.
No, a senior officer and an officer on the ground are different stories. Even your officers tell the same story. You in theory should have given the soldiers some kind of order. For example, everyone retreat, or everyone evacuate, or all line down. What order did you give?
No, my overall goal was that I was managing.
That's not what I'm talking about. You're in control from the rear, of course. You're surrounded. You're a senior officer. You're an officer. A medal bearer. Remind me again, what you got the medal for?
For what?
Yes. What was the name of the medal?
Courage.
Courage. That's right. An officer with a medal of courage, seeing 10 soldiers, what should he do?
Try to go out with them together.
At the very least. In the end, what does the officer do? He decides they're being stupid there, and I'm getting out of here. How much is the extra pay for the Medal of Courage?
I don't know.
You know.
No, I honestly don't know. I wasn't interested.
He knows. Because what was your salary as a sergeant?
Sergeant's salary was 50.
No, how much did you receive in total per month?
200,000.
200. When you became an officer, how much did you start getting paid?
I haven't looked at the salary yet.
He didn't get it in time. In such situation, the officer, the senior in rank, accepts options, senior in position and senior in rank. Among all the soldiers who were there, you were senior in both position and rank. You should have at least given some clear, logical order on what to do the personnel, even the companies loyal to you or some neighboring soldiers. Why didn't you do this?
I did it.
Why did you leave alone them?
I did it. People started to leave lightly by lightly in groups. I was the last one to leave. I evacuated 12 people.
No, you...
3 people went forward. They left in small groups.
You just say that you left, they were still lying there.
The 2 who were with me, they were still there. I say that we need to move on. We need to go forward, leave. I don't know the rest.
Where did they all go? Out of 11 people, how many were captured?
Well, I was alone. I don't know about the others. We sat there, then they took me away. It was a shift. It turned out there was a change of shifts. Other people came. The group that was already there. And they took me away.
The month of April, so that the word does not spread to you. Who attacked whom?
Well, who attacked? The armed forces, the Ministry of Defense. They started moving.
Where did they start moving?
To Ukraine.
That's not how I asked it. Who attacked whom? Russia attacked Ukraine or Ukraine attacked Russia?
Ukraine did not attack.
It didn't attack.
But according to the
Excellent.
word, everything was heading in this direction.
By what words?
News.
Which?
What they're supplying you with,
They supply.
that NATO, if you join NATO, missiles will be near the border.
And what happened in this case? Are you aware that you already have a border with NATO?
It turns out there is also a sea, the Black Sea. NATO will be there.
The Black Sea, it has neutrality, in case you didn't know. And NATO has been sailing there steadily all its life, and everyone else too. It's called neutral waters. Did you know that?
Heard.
Well, yes. What does it have to do with it? You heard, so what? What does demilitarization mean? You have a higher education, you should know these words. Your king, on the 23rd of February, 2 months before you went to earn money, said, "We are starting this special armed operation. We will carry out denazification and demilitarization." Please tell me what these words mean. You don't know? Just say you don't know what you're about. Call your mother, because that's kind of dialogue we have, as you can see.
Hello?
My name is Mitri, do you know me?
I don't know, to be honest.
But honestly,
Honestly,
it's honestly. My name is Mitri, I'm a journalist from Ukraine. Blogger. As you know, your son is in captivity in the Ukraine.
Yes,
If you
I
want
know.
to talk to him, I need your consent to record and publish this conversation.
sure, let's talk.
Talk.
Hello.
I won't hold
Hello,
the phone,
son,
are
hello.
you kidding me? You won't say where you are and you won't say who
Yes, I
you're
understand.
with.
How are you?
We are waiting and hoping that the exchange will take place.
But did you submit about me anywhere?
Of course we did, son. We raised everyone up, we raised everyone we
No,
could
I
at
got
the top.
it. I heard that there is another communication session. Mitri gives it. He comes make a communication session at WhatsApp. So sometimes I will periodically get in touch. Send voice messages only, no need to call the number, don't call anyone yourself.
I see, I see.
I will contact you myself and write voice messages.
Uh-huh.
That is... Here it is. And you applied to the Ministry of Defense, right?
Yes, sure.
So what, did you get any response?
You are on the exchange list.
I understand.
We are waiting.
I understand.
We are waiting for other lists to be submitted and approved.
I understand. I understand. The guys there also go on communication session. They say different things. I'm just curious and clarified the point.
Why did you let him go to war? Well, no, already.
Who asked us?
I don't know, it's a logical question.
We agreed with you for a shoot, not an interview. Dmitri,
And what?
what do you mean?
I just have 2 questions. Did you know I was going to ask questions?
Of course not.
And what can't you answer?
No, wait, I can't understand. We answered. The boy is an adult. The boy is over 30 years old. Do you ask your mother a lot?
This is a very interesting position. But can't a mother tell her son that going to kill in a foreign country is a bad thing? Dad is in uniform there too. Dad know what war is. Couldn't Dad tell him?
Let's put it this way, and Mom knows too.
Well, Mom knows too, okay, great. Tell your son that, son, this is a very bad story. Go kill your neighbors.
Dmitri, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to see my son. I did not give my consent to the interview.
And who attacked whom?
What kind of provocation is this, dear sir?
What is the provocation? Oh, how? It happens. And what happened now? Why did she suddenly become so impudent when she talked to her son? What is her name?
Svetlana Vladimirovna.
Svetlana Vladimirovna. Aunt Sveta, I am addressing you. I have every moral right to do this. And no, Aunt Sveta, your school children will watch this video. All of them, and the whole school will watch this video. You can turn on your impudence to your dogs. He is in captivity. You. I will not hesitate to use this word, which I just don't want to. I don't want to talk. But you're a teacher and you have to teach. I sympathize with all the students who study at this school. Because a teacher of Russian literature, if it is a really good teacher, knows history. He is obliged to know history. And what do you know about history? How many wars has your country started? For Svetlana, what's her name? Andreevna? Anatolievna?
Vladimirovna.
Vladimirovna. It doesn't matter. You see how there might be some video cut in here, because I will find it and read it now. We'll study history and teach children, not children, because of the last propaganda video that showed them being forced to walk and dance in some kind of marching step. Video cutting. Ready?
Yes.
Are you ready there? Russian language history teacher. You taught your son so well that he got C's. You turned on your impudence. Children of Russia, listen carefully. Russian aggression against other countries. How many do you think? Let's go. Ukraine, 1918. Poland, 1920. Azerbaijan, 1920. Georgia, 1921. China, 1929. Japan, 38. Poland, 1938. Finland, 1938. Romania, 1940. Japan, 1945. China, 1946. North Korea, 1950. China, 1950. Hungary, 56. Laos, 60s. Vietnam, 61. Algeria, 62. Egypt, 62. Yemen, 62. Syria, 67. Czechoslovakia, 68. China, 69. Cambodia, 70. Did you know where are these countries? Where is Cambodia? Yemen. Where is it? Should I take a laptop? We could play on geography. Bangladesh, 72. Angola, 75. Ethiopia, 77. Afghanistan, 79. Lebanon, 82. Azerbaijan, 88. Azerbaijan, 90. Georgia, 91. Moldova, 92. Transnistria. I think it's Moldova. Georgia, 92. Tajikistan, 92. South Ossetia and Ingushetia, 92. Chechnya, 94. Dagestan, 94. Chechnya, 99. Dagestan, 99. Georgia, 2008. Ukraine, 2014. Tell me, Comrade Lieutenant, 41 armed conflicts. What is that? Listen, Aunt Sveta. I know that all the kids from your school will watch this video. You're a mother who did not raise her son, did not give him an education. He worked at a factory. He got a higher education by correspondence in order to get lieutenant's shoulder straps and then go around with a baton and beat people. A country of slaves. Anything to add? I'll answer any three of your questions.
No.
No? You turn it on such fashionable things. Go tell your king. Her dogs are barking. Moore wrote in the comment that I should never apologize. I will not apologize. I lost my temper. I apologize. This concerns the word sorry, that perhaps I did not lose my temper earlier. Before us is a Russian lieutenant, a metal barrier with a stupid mother, with the same father, who being an officer is a lieutenant colonel,
Yes.
right? Yes, he couldn't tell him that war is a bad story. Children, go march. Corp says, can't do that.